came from, meager means, I didn't, I was,
I had a very structured life.
I
yeah,
bet.
he's special. I can't talk for him. He's only talk for me. But no, you know what? Life's what you make it. Life's pretty good
That's
right now.
right.
So,
Life's what you make.
and I'm doing the best I can. So that's all you can do. And like that's why the name of the band is you never know, because you never know. You never know what's gonna happen. You just gotta be ready for everything. Whatever's gonna happen, get ready for it. You know?
So what's funny is the first email that you sent me said UNERV, and I thought so, and
Yeah.
I didn't know it said you never know. And I'm going like this, you never know, and I'm like, what? Then it hit me, and I'm laughing all by myself.
That's the part.
Then when
that's
I
the good
saw
part
you
about it.
say you never know, and then I'm like, maybe I was wrong about that. And then I saw the comments, and I was like, All right, we getting ready, guys?
Yeah, whenever you're ready.
All right, we're ready.
We're there.
Turn your mics off, guys. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, Geri Petito.
I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. And in time, this too shall pass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Geri Petito taught the class. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Loves the answer, the greener grass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. One day at a time, free at last.
When you don't know just what to do,
Just what to do, just what to do.
if what you're feeling is really true,
Is it really true? Is it really true?
just keep your ideas safe and sound.
Safe and sound, safe and sound.
That's exactly how change is found.
Change is found, change is found. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. And in time, this too shall pass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Geri Petito taught the class. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. Loves the answer, the greener grass. I'm not an addict, I'm just an ass. One day at a time, free at last.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Geri Petito Show on HamiltonRadio.net. So I want to let everybody know a little bit about what's going on with my life. Really cool stuff, guys. So I've been picked up by 2 other radio networks because of Hamilton Radio. One is PANJ Radio out of Lambertville, New Jersey. Rob Bell, love you. And I've been picked up by Beverly Nation Talk Shoe Radio out of LA. Brother O, love you too. So that's what's happening. I am the author of I'm Not an Addict, I'm Just an Ass. And if you buy my book, guys, you can go. It's on Amazon. It's everywhere. Simon & Schuster. It's all over. If you buy it, it's only $10, and all proceeds will go to help other addicts. Okay, addicts are people too, guys. Please don't judge them. They need help. Also, we're doing a benefit at Friendly's in Robbinsville. This is so cool. We're doing a benefit on Saturday, September 15th at 2 p.m. We're going to have book signings. We're going to have a spiritual reader there. We're going to have all natural, organic home care products. We're going to have an amazing guest who is coming to sing for us from the Capris, Michael D'Amore. He is coming live, guys. He's donating his time. Friendly's, Lee Paroli, the owner, he is going to be donating 20% of all sales that day for this fundraiser. Let me give you a little bit of info on it. So, a woman who wrote this book, it's angels that other sick children drew. So they drew their angels. Some have wheelchairs. Some of the kids have already passed on. We want to get this book published for this woman, okay, who she went above and beyond to hospitals over the years to get children, to draw these angels. It's an amazing, amazing, amazing cause, and she's not doing well with her health either. So what we're hoping to do is get enough money to have this book published for her. Okay, guys, so this cause to me is just unbelievable. So that's Friendly's in Robbinsville, Saturday, September 15th, 2 p.m. It's going to start. It's going to be an amazing, great day. So I hope you guys can come out. All right. So having said that, I would like my guests to introduce themselves, and then, of course, I'm going to read the poem. Hello.
Hi. Hello, Geri. I'm Mickey Lee from You Never Know Band. And I love this song. Your song was great.
Cool, right?
Who wrote that? Can we use that? I love that. I love that.
Okay.
And this other calls you had, it sounds like a really great calls, and I do want to come to that, but I'm going to be away
Okay.
that weekend. I'm going down actually to Maryland to hang out with
okay.
Steppenwolf. So
Oh, excuse me, to hang out with
I'm sorry.
Steppenwolf. Excuse me.
I have to do it. I have other invites, and I can't make them.
Tell them I said hey.
But I will give you something before I leave
All right,
towards
thank
that
you,
calls.
darling.
I will give you something for
Thank
that
you.
calls.
And yes, you can use my song.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
We will use it. And you got to come and sing it though.
Honey, well, I don't sing, but I had it made.
You got it. Then you can fake it. We'll just dub you in.
All right, that we can pretend.
We can do
They're
that.
only a cover band now. So.
Yeah.
Tell everyone who you are.
My name's Brucey, and my cousins call me Cousin Brucey.
Oh, I love that, yes.
So I'm here.
I call him Bruce the Juice Liqueur because he's on the drums. You can't beat him. He's phenomenal. Phenomenal on the drums.
So I'm going to read the guest poem, of course, because then you'll really get an idea of what this guy is all about. And unfortunately, I didn't really know that Cousin Brucey was going to be here until a couple days ago, so I don't really have much about him in here. But I would love to write a poem for Cousin Brucey. If he gets me some facts, you know I'll do it. All right? So here we go. Mickey Lee. My guest tonight is cool. I met him months ago. He approached me and said, I'd love to be on your show. I heard him sing that night. Smoked Ice was the band. I saw we had mutual friends, so I figured I'd lend him a hand. I thought he was just some guy on the radio, wanted to shine. I did my friends a favor, just not to hear him whine. He looked like a hippie rock star, so I asked him, what have you done? By the time he finished his story, I was shocked and said, this should be fun. Mickey Lee is a really cool guy. He loves to sing and dance, born and raised in Trenton, NJ, and decided to take a chance. The first band he joined was Paul Nelson, a rock and blues band back in the day. The Danny Bonaducci show he appeared. That's as cool as hell, I gotta say. I hear you guys were friends. A favor I gotta ask. Can I somehow get his number, or is it an impossible task? You were also on WMMR, the Barsky show. Oh wow. How the heck did you get in? I really need to know how. 2001 at the Arena, you opened up for three of the best. Blue Oyster Cult and Foghat and Steppenwolf at this fest. Wow. You also sat in with others to a crowd of 20,000 or more. You were really on lead vocals with the band known as War.
Yes,
Really?
Yes.
Wow. Paul Nelson, the lead guitarist, is active with many bands. Molly Hatchet and Bruce Springsteen, standing ovation on the stands. Taking a break for a while, but now you are back. You Never Know is your band, performing's your knack. Bruce Liqueur is your drummer. He seems mighty fine. He's here to make sure he keeps you in line. Let's now get started to talk about you. My audience can't wait to hear what's all new. So this is for you, Mickey.
Oh, that's great. That was really good.
Right.
And you're right. Bruce keeps everybody in line.
Okay.
He's the band Nazi. He keeps us all in line.
I love that.
If something's not right, he's quick to fix
See
it.
that? I didn't even know that. I just had to make it rhyme.
Oh, he's
No,
the back.
no
he's the
solos
back.
until after the second verse.
There you go. He's the backbone of the band. I'll tell you right now. And
That's really cool.
you know, so I the Barsky show. You said about how I got on air. I actually called in one time as a contest, and you can't do it now because it's not politically correct. But I did voices. I did the Indian guy's voice, and they wanted the most pathetic loser. So I was like, I live in the woods in the box. I'm the most pathetic loser, and I won, but I kind of hung up on him, right? So I waited a week. I called back, and I'm like, is this the Barsky show? Do I win? I have been on hold for a week. The operator come on, tell me, you make phone call. I said, no, I'm on hold for Barsky. So they were dying.
That's
they love me.
great.
So then they after that I started going to shows, and I used to go backstage to a lot of shows. I just had Steppenwolf. I met them in 2001. And they gave me backstage passes for stuff. They told me how to get it in. You take the old pass. It doesn't matter what kind of pass you got. Security cannot stop you if you're an artist. So if I got an artist badge on, don't use this because you'll get beat up. Trust me, it doesn't work all the time. But I got backstage a lot of shows, and I see Barsky back there, and I see the MMR crew and the people, and he's like, how do you get back here? I said, and then I had there was an episode on the air, actually, he asked me, how do I get back? I said, because they can't, I worked shows also. I want to go too fast, but the Sovereign Arena, when I worked some shows before I had that show, I worked some shows with some other artists, with Matchbox 20, what's the other one, I can't remember the other bands, but you can't talk to the artist. If you're a security, if you're an agent, unless you're part of the management team, You can't talk to the artist. Nobody talks to
Okay.
the artist. So if you're an artist, you got a badge that says artist, they're not going to bother you. You
Okay.
just walk right through, and as long as you got the attitude, you're in. And that worked for me for a long time, and I had a lot of fun with that. But, you know, I had an episode with the Rolling Stones that was not pleasant, so I'm not doing that no more.
Okay, then.
I don't want to go into detail on that one, but it was a mess. But it was still, I still had a lot of fun, and they, you know, they know who I am, and that's good enough for me. You know,
Right.
that's good enough for me. They know who I am. I may not be, I'm the crazy one that jumped on stage, but they know who I am. But
It's so funny. I get a lot of backstage passes as well. The Fab Four, now Michael Diamora, I'm going to be going backstage with him. And it's all because of Hamilton Radio. And I laugh and tell Doc G all the time, if I knew Hamilton Radio could get me these ins, I would have used it years ago.
Well, it's a lot of fun backstage. I do enjoy going backstage after the show is over, because I'll tell you, before the show, it's very crazy and very chaotic back there. People think it's great. You don't realize there's
I
so
like
much going
both.
on.
No, I like both.
Oh, it's so
I'll
much
tell you
going on.
why, but I'll tell you why. Because I have a knack. I go up to them and say, I know you're really busy, sweet pea, but we got to get this one photo. And they're like, all right.
Okay.
Behind with the Fab Four, they were doing, you know, the Beatles,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
I got the Beatles wigs in their
That's
bathroom on
great.
the heads.
Oh, my
And
God.
that was so cool to me. I was like, oh my God. So
That's awesome. Once
yeah.
you're back there, and you get to meet a lot of people,
Yes.
and they realize that you're okay.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of people that aren't okay, but they realize you're okay and they can
Yeah.
deal with you. It's a lot of fun.
It
They,
is
they,
fun.
they kind of lighten up and everything. But like I was saying, before the show's kind of chaotic and everything. But you know what? After the show, the after party is always great fun.
Yes.
Everybody's like loosened up. They had a good show, you know.
Yes.
And a lot of the people come in, fans and stuff. And you know, I go back for the food, free food, and free beer.
All right.
I mean, you can't beat it.
I'll
It can't beat it.
agree with that.
I met Blue Oyster Cult at the Poconos, and they're like, yo, go in our dressing room. We got movies, TV, we got free food, free beer. Go help yourself. The promoter's paying for it.
I don't drink and I'm a vegan, so I don't touch their
Okay.
food usually except the salad. And all I care about are the photos and hugging these people.
Yeah, I got plenty of them. Actually, I might put up a wall of fame eventually. I got a bunch of pictures
Yes.
of a lot of bands. I mean, I've met so many bands, Hall of Fame bands, legends, people that are, it's Steppenwolf, they're legends to me. They've
Yeah.
been around so
Heck
long, you know what I mean?
yeah.
And I did meet the Rolling Stones periodically, but it was brief. But, you know, they were okay. They were okay, but they're very personal because they're a high profile. So you have to be careful what you do and say. Now, I was backstage beforehand, and I was doing I had their MMR DAT recorder, so I was doing like a roving reporter thing for MMR, which was off the books, but it was, you know, it was still cool that I could do that with them. So we heard their sound check and everything, and then I tried to go back and meet them, and that didn't go too well. So they had a sign, but I don't read signs too well.
I don't read signs either, though.
The sign said, "Do not enter."
Listen, the Four
Rock
Tops years ago,
royalty.
I always went backstage with them. I don't read signs.
Right, exactly. I was just chilling out, going along. Actually, let me tell you another story about one time at the Pierre Robert 20th anniversary party with David Lee Roth, which I met him. Great guy,
That's so cool.
nice guy, he's a great guy.
That's so cool.
We were back at stage, and Olive Q was there. It's a band I haven't heard for a while. I don't know what happened to them. They were really, really good, Olive Q. And they had a dressing room way far away from David Lee's and all the other bands. The Hooters were there and stuff. And he's like, my dressing room's nowhere near these guys. I was like, well, you're VIP. That's why your dressing room's way across the way, because you're a VIP. You're all by yourself. And they love that. They love it. They like your attitude. Because that's the
great.
way in life you got to be. You got to be. You don't look at the bad side. Always look at the good side. No
That's
matter
right.
what it is. Twist it around and make it good. Because you know what? Life's too short to have bad to be bad.
This is one of my sayings. I tell everybody two things. KYW, know your worth, and never look at what could go wrong. Always look at what could go right.
Right. Always look at the positive side,
Yes.
because there's always a positive side. A lot of negativity out there, but the positive side is always there. You can always make that happen. And you're a Christian, and you believe in
Yes.
the Lord, and I believe in the Lord also. And I believe that, through the grace of God, that
That's right.
I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be okay, because I know He's got me.
Not only does he got me here, when I take my last breath, honey, he's got me there.
Yeah, He's got me. I'm going,
got
I'm going all
me.
the way. I'm going all the way.
Yeah.
I'm one of God's
That's
warriors.
right, baby. That's it. He's
My
got
real
me.
name's Michael, Saint Michael.
There you go.
So that's me, hopefully.
No, my mother hated me. She
Lord-
named me Geraldine. Imagine
Oh,
that.
no, Lord, forgive me for my sins, but I still want to be there. So.
So let's talk. All right. So let's talk about you first. You're the drummer. So and tell everybody out there how you keep these guys in line. Come on, let's talk.
I have to speak up when they get past the parts and they don't stop and come back to the real parts, and they just keep playing, and they've screwed up at rehearsal.
Okay.
So I have to stop. When I stop playing drums, they realize
Something's not right.
we should stop. And then go back to the arrangements of the songs again, go over them. So we get them right at practice, and when we play them, we're all on the same page. And it's not an easy thing to do when you got a lot of
Egos.
fancy lead guitarists.
Yeah,
you know,
egos.
because they're really not in. They're not so much about the song; it's about the solo. And you know what? It is about the song.
It is about the song.
It's all about the song
because
and the music.
everybody notices that. Nobody can follow your solos
Right.
anyway.
It's about the song.
Yeah.
Right.
So I have a question. When you so if I were a drummer, I'd be hitting people with the stick. So that's why I can't be a drummer. So do you just quietly stop, or do you bang first and then quietly
Yeah,
stop?
I give them like a
Okay.
like a cannon hit,
Depends on how far they're going.
Yeah.
and then I stand up
He's-
and,
he's
I,
good with
and,
it,
and I
though.
go out to the bathroom and then I get a beer and I just
That's so
stand there
funny.
and I-
That's
He's
great.
got more patience than I have, believe me.
That's great.
But that's why I let him handle it, because he's got much more patience than me.
That's great.
yeah. I don't try not to get violent.
But we
you
want
know.
to do a rehearsal the same thing we do live. We don't want to change anything at live. And a lot of these guys will take advantage of being live and just start going off on a guitar or whatever. And we don't want to. Even drummers do it. He won't do it, but some drummers will do it. Just go off on their own side. You can't do that because we rehearsed this. We're following a certain pattern, a certain structure here, and they go off and to make themselves look good. Okay, it ain't about you. It ain't about me. It's about the band in general. It's about the music, and it's always been about the music for me, and it's the way it is for Bruce. And that's what we try to do with You Never Know, and we try to put on a good show and try to let people know we're just just have a good time, man. It's basically what it is. And I did write some originals that you have, and a lot of them got messages about certain things about just in life, and one of them is addiction, because we were all been there.
Let's talk about addiction for a few minutes, and then we're gonna play that song. Gino, we're gonna play this song in a couple minutes. The one about addiction.
Can't go back.
Can't go back.
It's number. I think it's number. Oh God, I think it's number 7 on there. Number 7.
Can't go back.
Check it out.
We're
Play it
gonna
beforehand,
play that
but I
in a
think it's
minute.
Number 7. It's a rock tune. It's pretty hard rock, but it's a good song.
So let's talk about addiction for a few minutes, because everyone out there that knows me knows on July 27th of this year, I was 27 years, and I hate to use the term clean and sober because that's not what
Wow.
I'm about. I changed my life 27 years ago, gave my life back to the Lord.
Great, good for you.
Okay, changed everything in my life. So I don't go to meetings, I don't tell people not to go to meetings if that's your only support system. But I don't do all that stuff, okay? I am not an addict. I do not have a disease. And no, this has not done anything. I changed my whole entire life.
You made a choice.
I made a choice.
I
Okay?
understand
27 years
27
ago when you're
years.
only 35 now?
Isn't that beautiful?
yeah.
Right? It's great. I love this guy. This guy.
He's a charmer.
Wow.
I agree with you. And I've been clean for. I stopped counting. I'm not going to say I'm not 27 years. I'm not even 10 yet. I don't think, but a pretty long time. But I stopped counting when I knew I was good. And I did use support meetings for support until that got old for me. And I had a higher power all the time. And you know what it was? It was the Lord, but it was really just me.
Yeah.
Because you are your own enemy when it comes to addiction, man. You feel like you can't get away. You feel like you can't get out of it. You feel like you're a piece of crap. You feel like you're no good. But guess what? You are good, and you can rise above it. You can do it. It's just you got to start one day at a time. They say that's the truth. That's the true thing.
That is the truth.
You start it one day. Next day you do the same thing. You just trying to make the next day a better day. So my message to people out there is, don't think you can't do it. Don't think you're not worth it, because you are. No matter what people say about you, no matter what you hear. You're worth it. You're worth it. It's all about you when it comes to addiction and getting straight. It's all about you. It's not about nobody else. Get straight for yourself and make a better life for yourself. And guess what? I have a great life. I have a great life. I have a great band. I have a nice house. I have a nice car. I do very well. And you know what? I did do very well. I was almost homeless. I lived in my car. That's practically homeless. Luckily, I had a car. I lived in my car. I've been in so many bad situations. And I'm so far from that now. You know what? But I started with that first day. So that's my message. If you're addicted, you got a problem, then go get help. Admit it. Deal with it. Guess what? You're stronger than you think you are.
Beautiful.
You're stronger than you think you are.
The date that I got clean and sober, 1 year to the day my grandfather passed away on that day. That was a present for me. He did it on that day. That's so
Wow.
beautiful.
Well, he
and I'll
yelled
never
out for
forget
you.
that. I'll never forget that, that he did that for me. But you're right. So listen to what this guy just said. Mickey Lee, you know, you're right.
You know what? You think people don't care about you? They do care about
do.
you. But they've ran out of options. They don't do for you anymore. They don't want to enable you. They don't want to help you and make you worse. So they're scared to give you money or to give you a place to go because it's just making you able to go and do more of what you were doing wrong. So you don't depend on them. Start depending on yourself.
That's right.
Don't blame them. It's not their fault.
Right.
You did this, man. You know,
your choices.
Yeah, your choices.
Right.
And it's not a disease. It's a choice. So
it's a choice. Let me touch on that real quick.
Okay,
this is in my book, guys. Now, this is why I can prove. I've even studied the brain. I've been all over the world. I even went to Russia in the 80s when it was still communist through Lenox Hill Hospital on health tours. I've studied. I know more about the human body now today than a lot of doctors out there. I don't care. I'm saying it. All right. Let me tell you why it is not a disease. Two things contradict each other in this program, AANA, all that stuff, right? First, they tell you that the addict has a disease, the addict is powerless over this disease, and you will have it forever. But then they tell the family of the addict, don't help them, don't enable them, and let them hit rock bottom, even if that means kicking them out, not feeding them, not giving them money. If your child or someone you love truly had a disease, would you kick them to the curb?
No.
Doesn't make sense, does it? It's all about this, guys. It's all about this.
Yep.
So, Gino, let's play that song.
Here we go.
You got
I
it?
can't wait to hear the song.
There we go.
Okay, here we go.
Who wrote this?
Tell you about what I see. Oh, people, future and history, going through life and everything you do. The final destination, baby, depends on you. Cause you can't go back to yesterday. Can't go back. You make excuses and you tell me lies. That's the way I see it, baby, through my eyes. So be careful what you do, because the future is up to you. Don't make a bad decision. Learn to dream and have a vision. Cause everything you plan for the future will become the past someday. Ooh, you can't go back to yesterday. You can't go back. go back.
This song
right.
is amazing. This song is
Thank you,
amazing.
Thank you.
I think I had that 45.
You got it. I gave it to you already, buddy. You got all my songs.
So, Gino, I gotta have that somehow. Like you have to download it for me. I got it. Yes.
Yeah, he's got it on his email, so
Okay.
he can
Yes.
forward it to you.
Forward it to you.
Okay. I need that song.
I actually got CDs too. I can.
Okay, I would like it.
Yeah.
You didn't bring
I-
me one?
No, I'm sorry.
What is wrong
I'm
with this
sorry.
guy?
I was busy. I was busy. I was. It's hot. I had a.
His
work,
duplicator's down.
All right, we'll
Like,
switch. I'm gonna give you my book. You give me a CD.
Okay.
And I have to have this song though.
Yeah, there's all 7 songs on there.
Okay.
There's 7 songs on my
It's
CD.
unbelievable.
I wrote 3 of them. My buddy Doug Oliver, DCO, is a band. It was a studio band a few years back. He wrote the music on all the songs, and he wrote the words on all the songs. But he's not a good singer, so he brought me in to sing, and we pulled it off. I made a few changes, but every song on this CD has a meaning to it, and if you listen to the words, you'll get the meaning. You'll get it.
That was
You know.
unbelievable.
So, and that's what I want to do with my music. My original music that I do, I want to send a message to the world. I mean, like we were talking earlier, you can't
Yes.
take on the world, but
Can't
you
take
can
on
put out music there, and it gets to a lot of people.
That's right.
Music is like the universal language, man, and you really. I don't want to get into it, but I just want everybody to just enjoy the music, enjoy love, enjoy life. I mean, that's what I want. That's what I want in
Right.
life. And,
It's a better thing to build a passion than an addiction.
absolutely.
Beautifully said. You're
Right.
absolutely right. Wow.
And that's
He
what
stood
music-
by me through my addiction. He knew me when I was addicted. He knew me. I sold him all my tools all the
Oh,
time.
yeah.
Every week I'd sell my tools and I could buy new tools.
It's easier to build a passion.
But I got through. I got through it.
It is easier to build a passion, but unfortunately, at times we need to go through the addiction or crap in our lives to be able to come through and then build a passion.
Oh yeah, you have to deal with
You know?
the stuff in your life. But you
That's
know
right.
what?
We have to have been there to really feel it and then know and be able to build a
That's what
passion.
this song's all about.
That's
you
right.
can't go back.
That's
so
right.
You can't change what happened. Let that go.
Let that
the
go.
The future is wide open. It's in the last part of the song. It says the future's up to you. It's what you do now. It doesn't matter what you did before. It's what you do from today and forward. That's the future. There's no future in the past. Get it? Everything we do in it for now will become the past someday. Everything we do plan for the future will become the past someday.
Somebody
so
wrote a
let's make
song about
let's make a good future so we can have a good past. Okay, but you can't dwell on the past because the past is gone. You did wrong. You know that's what the make amends thing with the program is. Make amends.
And I agree with that.
You know, and you should make amends. You should
Absolutely,
You write to people
everyone.
you wronged
That's
and
right.
apologize to them. Maybe you're not financially if you can't do that right away. But you know, I financially have taken care of people. I owe people money. I did that through the years. I did that. Because I had to. I couldn't. It was eating away at me. I mean, I'm not going to take your money to do drugs and not. You know, when I got myself together, I'm not going to just forget about you. You know, I was wrong of me, so I made amends and I apologize, and people accept me. And I guess another thing, you're not going to get people's trust right away. It takes time to build that trust back because a lot of addicts, we lie. You know, as an addict, you lie because you want the money, you want that drug. You will say anything to get another hit or another line, whatever you're going to do. So you're better off. You know, admitting that, and you know, and letting people. They will see. You got to show them that they can trust you again. It takes a while, and don't expect them to trust right away and get yourself all upset and go, "I'm going to get high." 'Cause they don't trust me. Of course, they don't trust you. You were a drug addict. You know, you took their money, you didn't come back. You know, think about it. You know, people know. That's nothing. You know when you're wrong. You know when you're doing the wrong thing. So, do the right thing.
So I want to tell everyone out there, say what you were going to say first, and then I'll tell everybody
My
about
wife
this.
reminds me of that all the time.
She does?
Yeah. And I'm bad when I don't put out the garbage.
Does she ever take your drumstick and whack you with it?
No, but they don't let me play at home anymore.
What about a drum pad? I used to be married to a drum. It was
Well,
all day
I
long.
I have a digital studio, so
Oh.
I can just put the headphones
Oh,
in.
and it'll be quiet.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That's
Digital
why I play
studio.
at his. That's why I made him buy a drum set so I
It's at
could
my
just
house,
go
we
over
do.
his
Digital
house and play.
studio. All this technology.
My
is
girl
crazy,
doesn't
right?
mind if we do. Oh, digital's crazy. It is crazy.
But wait, I want to tell everybody what Robbinsville Township's doing when it comes to drug addiction. This is amazing. There's a program Robbinsville Township started, and I'm so proud of Robbinsville because I've been here for over 45 years. It's called CARE. And if you are arrested or pulled over or stopped in Robbinsville Township, they will immediately offer you help and get you help. I did a ride-along a couple weeks ago. I even wore a bulletproof vest. It was so cool with the drug dog in our
Cool,
car and
yeah.
everything. It was
That's cool.
amazing. And guess what? Unfortunately, we did get a bust. We offered her help. She accepted. So I'm very proud of Robbinsville Township and Scott Kivett, Sergeant Kivett. He's amazing. His heart and soul is in this.
You know,
And one last thing, Lee Paroli from Friendlies. We're all teaming together to help addicts. So if anybody out there is struggling right now, today, or knows anyone who is and wants help, you can get in touch with me, Geri Petito, or you can call Robbinsville Township. They will not arrest you. They will offer you help. Okay, guys?
that's great, and that's a show. That's a show for you when you pick that girl up. That's a show for her to come back when she gets better.
Oh, it's great.
You know, that's a good show for you, and that's a good positive message for people. And you know what? We need that. Like, people need positive message because it's in a negative world. We need some more positive.
That's
So,
right.
just
You know, drug addiction, you know, it's everyone is touched by it.
yeah.
It's not anyone in particular, everyone.
No, everybody's touched by it.
You know?
It can happen to anyone.
To anyone,
you know?
any family.
Good people.
That's right.
You know, they don't. See, when I was addicted to drugs, I'll tell you right now, it's very progressive. I started out like I could handle it with no big deal. Next thing you know,
All of us.
I'm selling my stuff to go get drugs. I'm like, how did I get here? So then I went in recovery, and I got straight for a few years, and I went back. I relapsed, and I was like, how am I back here again? And then one day, I just said to myself, you know what? That's it. I'm done. No more. Wrote that song. I said, you know what? I got to listen to my own words of my own song, my own advice, and this is it. I'm done. So, and I'm good, and I've been good, and I have no desire for that anymore. I have no desire for none of that. I'm good. I don't want to be in that world. Those people. I mean, I'll help you if you ask for help, but as far as I will not lend you money. I want to help them people, anybody like that. And I have friends, believe me, and family that are still struggling, and I will not help them. I want to help them because you know what? Tough love's what got me going. My brother, I give my brother credit. He told me, he goes, you know, you're a grown man. You got to take care of yourself. You got to deal with your situation yourself. You're a grown man. I can't help you no more. He was helping me. When he cut me off, it held true to me, and it made me see the light. And I was like, you know what?
bulb.
Yeah, it's time to grow up. It's time to grow up. I mean, at the time I was 40-some years old. I mean, you know, when am I going to grow up? I said it was time to grow up, and you know, I was a functional addict, but I mean, barely. You know what I mean? But it just caused me a lot of problems I didn't really need to have. A lot of problems I didn't need to have, and now I have no problems. I'm good.
I'm going to tell you guys an amazing story how God uses me today to help other addicts. All right? So when I finally said enough is enough, I had a beauty salon back in the days, and I was in the Lawrenceville, Princeton area, okay, Ewing. So I had a 1990 black and gold Cadillac with Elvis license plates. Think about how flashy that car was.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I had a beauty salon. My clients were even police. My clients, one of my main
No
clients.
vanity there with that plate.
No, there's a Elvis. No, so wait till you hear. I'll tell you why I mentioned this. How stupid addicts are. How flashy that car is, right? One of my closest friends to this day, thank God, was a municipal court judge. She was the boss of all the judges in Mercer County. She's retired now, and I was in the courthouse often having lunch with her. She was also a client in my salon. One night, I'm in Trenton with that car, 1 o'clock in the morning, copying heroin with that car. Okay, how smart are we, right? Okay, well, thank God the cop, an unmarked police car, was following us. We picked him up. We picked up my dealer because he didn't have any dope. Had to get in the back of my car. This unmarked police car is following us and recognized my Elvis license plates from the courthouse. Got in touch with this judge in the middle of the night. Saved my life.
Wow.
That week I put myself in a rehab. I said, I can't let this go on. The cop pulled us over and said, Geri, Judge so-and-so said, go home and get some sleep. Get this guy out of your car.
Wow.
Saved my life. So after that, I never looked back, but I'm going to tell you what happened today. About 6 months ago, I get a message on Facebook through Messenger, and I love this term, ma'am. I hate it. Ma'am, can I ask you a question? So I said to this man, sure. He said, well, I see a book on Facebook with your name and your photo. Can I ask what it's about? I said, it's about addiction. He said, can we talk? I said, absolutely. So we were talking for a couple days on Messenger, and of course, he tells me he's about 1.5 years sober, not by choice. He's in a, it's court ordered. He's in this halfway house kind of thing. Okay, he's my age, whatever. Long story short, helping him. He didn't believe in God. I sent him one of my books. I sent him a Bible for addicts. He now believes in God. I prayed with him. He accepted Jesus.
Awesome.
I said to him, now it's time we FaceTime. Let's see each other. I say like this to him. After we're praying, I said to him, can I ask you where you sold your drugs? He says, yeah, mostly Ewing. I said, did you used to have long, brown, wavy hair? He said, yes. I said, you were my drug dealer.
Oh, no.
So now I'm helping my drug dealer.
Get
How
right.
cool is that?
That's very cool.
That's
very
cool, right?
Yeah, it's real cool. But, you know, your story... I mean, I want to get more with the band stuff. With Never Know, a couple of dates we got coming up and everything. But I mean, I wanted to talk about the band a little more. John Love is our guitar player. Gary Moto is our bass player. We want to mention them. They're very phenomenal players. They're very accomplished musicians. They've been doing it for years. But your story is so familiar because I have friends that are cops. My cousin's a cop now. My other cousin's he's part of the terrorist task force in New Jersey. Retired from the state police. And you know, with their help, and I used to take martial arts down the road. Can I say who? Oh, Everson's.
Yeah, Everson's. I love Everson's.
Yeah, I took karate for like 15 years at Everson's. I love Dusty. They're
We're in
great school.
Robbinsville.
Yeah,
Yes.
great school. I highly recommend
Give him a shout out.
Now, yeah, I gotta give him a shout out because I love that guy. He's a great. And a lot of cops went there from Trenton and Hamilton. And I was down in my neighborhood, and they, you know, I knew cops. They were friends of my cousins, and took martial arts with me. And they would come by, and they'd see me doing it, and they'd be like. Then they'd see me on a, you know, I'm all messed up. They wouldn't bust me. They would just go like this and give me that look. Then they'd see me when I was straight, when I took school or whatever. And they'd be like, "Look, what are you doing down there, dude? What are you doing?" And they said, "Look, we can't keep looking the other way. You got to stop doing this." And my cousin was the biggest one too. He goes, "Look, get your life together. I can't cover for you no more."
Beautiful.
You know, so he helped me out a lot, and I.
And
really
did that
appreciate
save
it.
your life?
That was part of it. Yes, that was part of it. It was all everything combined in the end. Took place because I don't remember anything. I don't forget anything that people did for me and said to me when it comes to that. You know what I mean? Because and you know what, they were so right. They were so right about so many different things. And I wish I would have listened earlier but it's never too late to get right. I mean,
Never too late, guys.
Yeah, I wish I would have started earlier. Which I tell the young kids today, do it now because trust me, it goes by like a flash, and you really want to start. You got to start before you know it. It's been years and it's gone. It's over. That's the way, and with anything in life, not just drugs. If you want to start a business, you want to be a musician, you learn a guitar, you know, you want to do anything in life, in martial arts, you have to start that one day. And it seems so hard at first, but you know what? After a while, it's not so hard. You know what I mean? It's not so hard. So, you know, live your dream, go for it. Don't let anybody talk you down until you can't do it, because that's what you can do whatever you want in America.
I had no idea that this was going to be such a motivational show. This is amazing.
Take it from guy had more vices than the Vice Squad.
Believe, trust me, I know.
He has come a long way.
I have. I've been through a lot. I'm writing a book too.
I can't wait.
It's called Dysfunctional, and it's going to explain everything to you.
So let's talk about your band, but I want to know about the name of it because
you never know. It's because you never know who's going to be in the band.
No, the way you spelled it. Let's talk about that first.
Okay.
When I first saw it, I didn't know it said "you never know." I'm going, never know. What is that?
We did that on purpose because people get confused. They don't get it. And once you tell someone what it says, they're like, "Oh, I see it now. I see it." And it's so simple. But it's just something to talk about. So then now it's a conversational piece. Now they're like, and then they do it to somebody else. They're like, what's that? You're never. And the guy says, I know, you never know. And then they're like, oh wow. One of my good friends, who's also a bass player, called me one time and he goes, I love the name, but what does it mean?
I love that.
You're never. I don't get it. Is it German? I was like, dude, you never know. He's like, oh crap! He goes, now I see it.
I gotta take credit here because
it's his name.
The band I played in before him.
Yeah, he did it.
The bass player or the guitar player. Every time we change bass players, he changed the name of the band. I told him, is anybody ever gonna know who the hell we are? You know, and he didn't have a good answer. So I go, I got a good name. You never know. And then I did the phonetic spelling.
That's great.
And he goes,
talk a little closer.
And the first time we did it. The first gig we did, and everybody's looking at the poster and you're going, Unverno. What's the name of the band? I go, you never know. They go, no, I'm serious. What's the name of the band? I go, you never know.
That's great.
Well, what kind of music you play? I go,
you never know.
Who's in the band?
You never know.
That's why I started it.
That's great. It's a great starter for a conversation.
I told him, and then we were looking for a name.
That's his baby. He thought of that.
Because my other guitar player already changed the name of the band again, the Synergy, and now I told Mickey, I go, I got a name.
And I loved it. I love it.
I
You have a lot
love
of
it
fun
too.
with it. You have a lot of fun with it.
You know?
And you hear it all the time on TV. And
Well, our first name was Mickey Lee and the Nicotines because he thought of that too.
No, I like
we all
this.
smoked, but
Yeah.
no, you never know is better. I like you never know also because,
Yeah.
like they said, and you know, like in music or anything in life, you never know. And you know what? And I gotta add that you never know until you try on life. You know what I mean? You never know if you can do something until you try it. So you can accomplish anything in life. So I say you never know until you try.
For sure.
But I don't know. I've been getting like this whole thing with the motivational thing has got me going a little bit
see,
because
he never
It's so
knows
great.
either.
I never know either. I never know what's gonna happen today or tomorrow. I mean, I'm winging it too, but I live every day a good day. I do it the right thing. That's not. I do the right thing. That's the main. That's my new motto. Do the right thing. That's
Do
all.
we have a song about doing the right thing?
We got a couple songs.
Gino,
We got a
there's
song-
nothing on this.
We got a
this
song-
ended over here.
Let's see, number.
There's nothing on the.
Oh, how about this one? Well, let me think.
Let me do the song. I mean, I don't want to do
You want to do another song? There's one called Reflections. I think that's number 4 or 5. There's one called Night Air also, which is about walking through life. If you listen to it's a really nice song. It's not a rock song. It's more mellow.
because of the music.
And Reflections is a good one.
They took it
Oh,
off.
they blocked you off?
The music.
Get out of town.
All right, let's sing, Mick.
Okay. All right.
I
Yeah,
knew
let's
I should
sing.
have bought a
We need a
guitar.
guitar. So we could have been on right now. Could have been live. We could have been. You
should-
never know.
We are live. We're live on Twitter, YouTube.
Awesome.
So we are
Awesome.
live.
Well, I'm saying live music,
I
but
know.
I love Twitter and YouTube.
Me and
Whoever-
Mickey
whoever
did
else
a,
we're reaching.
Me and Mickey did a little acoustic show together once in a while. We do.
Yeah, and that's always nice, you know. Maybe come back and we'll do that for you.
All right, so
One
why
day,
don't
yeah.
we? Let's play. We're still live on YouTube and all that.
Can you play anything?
Let's play another one of your songs.
All right,
Which one do you want to play?
Well, I'm not sure what the numbers are. There's one called Reflections, and there's one called Night Air. It's either. Let me think. 4 or 5.
I have 4 already.
Try 4s. Can you just listen to it for a second? See what it is.
Why don't we go with 4?
Try 4. Okay.
No, leave it on.
Coming up.
No, not that one. Not that one. Try number 3. That was Only Human. That's not bad either, but it's pretty long.
They cut it down to 305.
Yeah, right. All right, try number not 6. Try number 5.
That's on the same thing.
Oh, the same thing. Same thing. I got the Christmas song. It's too early for Christmas.
Play
song.
part of
it's
the
not.
other one.
No,
Play
it's
part of
not.
the other one.
It's not too early
You
for
can play Christmas song if you want. Make
Play
me
a
Christmas.
Christmas song.
That's about people coming together. That's got a lot of
Let's
meaning
do
to it.
that.
And actually, they played that on Barsky 4 times. That's number 6, I believe. Can you get 6?
6 is on that same one.
Oh my goodness.
I got 0, 2, 1, and
Well, you know what? Let's do 2. That's called Runaway. I mean, no, maybe not. That might not be appropriate, but it's a good song. I wrote that one. But there's another one called Still Kicking, but there's a curse word in there.
I don't care if there's one curse word.
It says ass.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, it says kicking ass, but
Yeah, ass is fine because I'm an ass. My book is
but that's
ass.
another thing about. You can play
say
that one.
ass
So that's a
to
good
me.
rock one. Number 1 and number 2. Number 2 is called Runaway. It's about things are getting too crazy, so I did run away down to Florida. It's a true story. All right. Let's see what we got.
I've been around the world once or twice. Sometimes you end the day with a roll of the dice. Everybody keeps pulling me. Too much on my mind, can't you see? I'm gonna run away, leave it all behind. No you staying, I'm gonna run away. Run away from you. Still can't answer all the questions in my head.
That's awesome, man. That's
Thank you.
awesome.
Thank you.
I love that music.
It's an
Good, right?
anti-love song, I think.
That's got a lot of meaning to it too, because it's at a point where I was straight, and I was, I got better, and I was still doing real well. But everyone wanted everything from me. It would drive me nuts. Everyone, fix this, do that, lend them money. It drive me crazy because I had it then, and I was like, I can't handle it. I can't. It's too much. And I had a girlfriend I was dating at the time, and I found out
What did you just say?
I had a girlfriend I was dating at the time.
I thought you said I had a girlfriend I was beating.
No, dating.
Okay,
No,
good.
I don't
We just
never
cleared
beat.
that
I don't-
up.
I
No,
don't beat-
good.
No, I'm not like that. I'm a man. I don't hit women.
Did she know that?
Women are soft and they're for general and loving. They're not for hitting. Anyway, no, I had a girlfriend that was cheating on me, and I found out. That's why that one part was like, you run around, I'll do with you. And then in the end, I went down to Florida. My mom was down there, and she sadly passed away a few years back. But I went down there to spend time with her. My sister was down there, and sort of last part of it was heading south on 95. It's all true, you know what I mean? And I was just thanking God that I was still alive in that one part. If you hear that in the end, because it's how I felt, and I was just thanking God that I made it through all that craziness. And I at the time I was getting myself together, and plus everyone wanted everything. They were driving me nuts. I just had to go. And then the second line there about I still can answer the questions in my head. Don't keep telling me I'm better off dead. That's me talking to myself, because you get the suicidal feelings, and I'm not better off dead. Because I'm dead as you got nothing. We're going nowhere. You kill yourself. That's it. It's over.
And you got to give
How
up
can you
food.
get better? Yeah, exactly. And you can't. You don't have. You have nothing. You never experience anything after that. So that's not the answer ever. Go on, man. And you do feel that way. You do. It does go away, because people do suffer from depression. You get that feeling. It does go away. So don't let it get you. There's always tomorrow, man.
And you
Tomorrow's a
don't
better
always
day.
need another drug.
No, to subside.
Get rid
No,
of that.
drugs doesn't help
It's
that. Drug
in
makes
the
it worse.
mind.
It is.
right.
Drug makes it
It's
worse.
a mindset.
That's
Because-
right.
Because whether you believe it or not, people do care, And I have a nephew right now going through addiction. He's come out of rehab, and I hope that he's still doing great. And I'm very proud of him. I love him, and I hope that he just keeps on the right path, because he's young enough that he can get past all that. So
Beautiful.
Anyway, so we're that's another song. There's another song. You want to play another one?
Well, tell us about your band first. All your
Christmas song. That's a
members.
good one.
Let's talk about all your
Well,
members, and we will play the
okay,
Christmas
well,
song.
Bruce, John Love better than I know him, and Gary, Gary. John Love and Gary Moto and Bruce played together before.
Johnny's he's a connoisseur of Jimi Hendrix and
He's
Love it.
awesome. He's great.
Robin Trower
Okay.
era. I think I remember the first time I saw him. It was years ago, but Gary's like old school rock and roll. He does play guitar and bass, and
Sings.
he's a good guy, but he's hot and he's one day he's in it and then he's don't know. And Johnny's everybody works in the band except Gary. He's got the most time, but he's the one that's like, oh, I don't know if I can make it, and it's too hot and it's too cold.
Oh, he's mad now. He's probably listening.
But
Is he killing it?
Maybe he's possibly. We love you, Gary.
Johnny's very skilled, and I played with Johnny and Gary for the last 4 or 5 years on and off. And, we could just get up there and we could just throw a song at each other and go right on the spot and go, all right, 1, 2, 3, 4.
But you needed a front man.
And just somebody's got to sing it, And we all kind of sing. Johnny sings, I sing. And we got Mickey into this. Well, we were tired of going through people, so I go, let me see if I can get Johnny and Gary in here.
Okay.
And it sounded great, but it's
still a work in
not
progress.
easy keeping it all
Still a work in
together. It
progress.
really is.
Sure.
It's amazing. We're not young anymore, so we're doing it out of passion, not money.
And
Yeah,
we do,
absolutely.
We do a great show. We really do. I mean, everybody's just so into it, and that's what it's all about. It's about the music.
Yeah,
we're
and
not doing it for money. We're doing it for the love of
none
music.
of us hold back
Nope.
so much. I mean, we try to stay true to the tune, and and Johnny goes out sometimes,
Solo,
and you got to listen to him so you could stay with him.
Yeah, because he's great.
All right, another 4, another 8. I get it. We're gonna keep going. And
Okay.
he's got a son that's a really good musician too.
Yeah,
Cool.
Justin Love.
Justin Love,
Which is like
they named him.
romantic in itself. Justin Love.
I like that.
Yeah, Johnny Love and Justin Love. Yeah,
Yeah.
we love the love.
That's
But
cool.
we find we're very tight. We seem to hit it off together, and we're just we sound great together. So we want to keep that going. Our last 3 shows were phenomenal, and we want to just keep that going. And basically, when you're in a band, you find the right people, you stick with them. And that's the hardest thing to do with music these days. You see it all the time, bands breaking up, people going, different things going on, and it's hard to find the right click with these guys. Once you find that, you don't let that go. So we're trying to hold on to that right now, and we're doing pretty well with it. So it's, you know, everybody has their ups and downs, but you know, like I said, we're all got our other lives besides the band, so it's kind of hard to keep that going. But because we love the music so much, we want to do it so bad, we make it happen.
Some of us want to go home and see our dogs.
Yeah. The barkers. His dogs are the barkers, the yappers, but they're cool dogs. My dog barks a little bit, then he lays down. I mean, we all have our pets. We love our pets too. So,
how many songs have you written?
I've written several songs. There's not all on that CD.
Okay.
I've written. We don't even do them anymore, but we've written several songs. Bruce has a huge list of songs. We're not really at that point. We're going to introduce you originals to this band at this point, but we're talking about that. Something we're working on.
Okay.
But you know, it's summertime. It's hot. I mean, I don't have air in my shed. It's hot out there, so we're trying to, you know, he's got a setup in his basement, but it's not the same as the shed. We can be a little louder and stuff. So, because I live in a spot where we can be a little louder.
I know. I came by that when you had that picnic for a few minutes. Remember?
Yeah, right.
To get some photos.
We have live bands all the time. My neighbors are great. You really can't hear us too far. Well, because of all the traffic and everything.
Right.
And, you know, during the day and all. We keep it down a certain time at night. You got to stop when doing practice because once the shops close, it gets really quiet out there.
Yeah.
But during the day, it's fine. But you know, we're going to work on that. We're going to work on that next because we got some other things we want to work on, and maybe some new members coming to us that aren't going to be exactly in the band, but we might start working on some original stuff.
We're not going to fire nobody. We're just going to have practice on a different night.
With different people, yeah. Might be some other people in because
my gosh.
we would have got more time. Because the thing is time. Time's tough. And me and Bruce, we run something. We do something on our own that we do for a living. We have a control of our schedules, and a lot of guys don't have that. And so we're able to control a little bit better what we want to do. We want to find people that can also make the time for us to do something more. You know, so. We're working on it, but like I said, that's why you say you never know. We don't know who's going to be in, who's going to be out. But all these guys are great, and if we keep it together, that'll be nice. But if, you know, at the same time, nobody really cares if we got something else going because they're busy. They got their own lives. We're at the age now we have our lives already set.
That's right.
We're not trying to be rock stars. We're not trying to do nothing like that. We just want to be musicians and have fun. And I personally want to put a message to everybody I can. That's why I write these songs. Every song I write has a message. And there's one more song you didn't play, the Christmas song, which is...
we're going to play that.
You should play that because that's a really nice song. It's very mellow, very methodic voice that I have on that one. I think I outdid myself on that. I like it, and I wrote that one. The words are very... Listen to the words; it makes a lot of sense. It's just, you know...
Gino, can we play that Christmas song? Is that a possibility?
No, it's not one. It might not have that one on there. I don't know which one it is, to tell you the truth. You played 7, right?
7 I played 2, I believe.
Can't get 6. So I think it's 6. Darn.
6, 5, 4, 5, 6 won't play.
4, 5, 6 won't play.
No, wait. I think it's 3. Wait,
I'm not sure which one's the Christmas. I think 6 is the Christmas song.
Could you sing it?
6 and 5.
I don't remember without hearing it.
Oh, okay.
3, 6,
Not
and 5.
without the guitar.
Oh well.
And the drummer.
That's right. I'll get you a CD, and then you can do it on your own.
I will.
That's no
Okay.
problem. I got a CD in my car actually downstairs. But
Okay.
we'll worry that later. Just
Okay.
another show, another time.
Okay.
You know, I don't know how we are in our time or whatever.
We're fine.
Okay.
Yeah, we're fine. We have a half hour.
Oh, cool.
So, so what else do you guys want to talk about? What do you want to tell everybody out there? What do you want them to know about what's going on with your band or anything from the past?
Well, I mean, with our band, we're just trying to build an audience. So, you know, we're getting older. Eventually, we're going to retire and just do the music stuff.
Yep.
So, if we get a decent following, we could put more gigs, book more gigs, and do that. That's what I'm personally want to do because, you know, I didn't talk about my back surgery. I'm going in for back surgery in a couple of weeks because my back is really messed up, and that's going to throw me for a loop for a little bit. But I mean, you know, I don't know how much longer I can do what I do, which is construction and flooring. It's too much, you know. So we're gonna go. I'm playing it by ear right now myself, and I got a lot of different variables and ifs in this and that in my life. But you know what? It's going to work out. It's going to work out. The surgery, they're telling me, is good. It's good prognosis for the surgery, but I'm 2 months down, and hopefully it's going to be okay.
And I'm not carrying all the speakers.
No, they're gonna be a 3-man band.
We're gonna share
while
things.
I'm down, I'll be a 3-man band. But after that,
Yeah, we probably will go out.
Yeah.
With the little trio there.
We got dates booked.
I have other acts I play with. I used to play with Slow Motion. Tone Rangers. We used to play the Halo Pub and all. We used to do all the parks all the way in Central Jersey, and they do a lot of originals, and I've done originals in Carmen's studio. They're really older players. They're really good, and we play with Frankie Pinto. And
Oh, Frank Pinto, he was on my show.
yeah, we just get musicians up there, and we start throwing songs at each other, and you know, everybody gets to put their 2 cents in, so the arrangements come together. You know, and I got a couple good ones I've recorded up there, because I
That's
play a
cool.
lot of guitar. Now I do. Nobody wants to hear the drums anymore.
I don't agree
Not
with
at
you.
home.
Oh,
Not
at home, but
yeah.
we still love the drums.
Yeah, yeah. But the
Where's the-
guitar is fun because I could sit outside and I could work on songs with Mickey and vocal practice.
It's really good.
You know, because I do the harmonies behind him and everything. You know what? Like he's singing lead, and I try to do a little harmony back there. And
Oh, that's nice.
But the,
thing
who had the
going.
higher parts for me, because I can't do the higher parts like I used to when I was younger.
Okay.
But he hit the higher parts. It makes my voice sound better, makes the band sound better. You know, and it's like a lot of things I want to do, but you know, everything takes time. Everything's you know, like I said about the book I'm working on. I've been working on that for years. I started that years ago, and I never finished it. The whole thing started with the Oprah Winfrey had that thing with that guy who wrote that book, and it was all lies. While the first thing in my book, the entrance, whatever you said, that monologue thing, whatever's in the beginning, whatever it is in the beginning, that
Yes.
pre-log, or
Yeah.
it says that everything in there is 100% true. The timeline might not be exactly right because I'm old and I can't remember every date, but you know, everything in my book really happened to me. I mean, there's stuff I'm not putting in there because personally I don't want people to know some stuff, but there was some bad stuff and there was some good stuff, but there was a lot of bad. And see, I'm not writing it for sympathy. I even put that in there. I'm not writing a book for sympathy. I'm writing a book because I want people to know who I am, the way I am, and who I am, and they would get me better if they knew some of the things I went through. Even my one brother, my stepbrother, my half brother, he didn't know some of the stuff, and I told him some of the things. He was just originally visiting up here from Florida, and I told him some of the things he didn't know, and it changed his whole outlook. He's like, wow, I didn't know that. Like he just looked at me different. I could see it in his eyes. And that's all. But I don't want to so sorry for me because like I said, I passed in the past. I left it there. A lot of things in the past that were bad, I did it to myself. So I don't blame nobody for that. And I'm not mad at anybody. And another thing that I did when I went to Christian rehab, where I really got my big help was Christian rehab, was you forgive and forget. You know, and that's what God does. That's what I do. So, you know, I'm just happy to be doing what I'm doing and to be alive and just to be straight and you know and to have a decent life. It doesn't have to be have a life right now. That's all. And all the other stuff's extra. The music is extra. It's fun. It's if I can do it, I'm gonna do it. If I can't, not a big deal. But I love music. Music's like a drug to me now. It really is because it gets me high on stage. I'm on stage. I feel elated. I just love it. So I'm gonna keep pursuing that. You know, I don't want to give that up. But at the same time, you know, priorities and things you got to have in check. So I'm just living my life the best I can, doing the right thing, and just trying to be happy. And you know what? I'm doing pretty good.
So I love your description of what's happening in your life today. I love the way you describe that.
Oh, thank
You know, and forgiveness, right? Forgiveness is the biggest thing, guys.
Yeah, because you know what, you hold the
That's right.
guilt in you. It weighs you down. You know, just let it go, man. Because you know what, people make mistakes. Nobody's perfect, and you know,
That's right.
you made mistakes. So you apologize to people to accept their apology, and they might not be there to apologize to you. I'm gonna tell you what.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things, man. But a lot of people that did wrong, they're gone. They're gone. They can't apologize to me.
That's right.
But you know what? I'm
You
letting
can't
it-
always change
I'm
them
not-
either.
Yeah, I can't. You
know?
can't always change it, but I'm not letting it stop me from living my life. But I got to say that I have cut some people off in my life because they're not a good influence on me. They're not what I need in my life. I don't.
And you have
know,
that right.
And and I have that right. And I've told them several times I'm not. That's not me anymore. But they still want to bring that to me. They still want to try and bring me down. Misery loves company. That's nothing. Don't let people drag you down. Be strong, man. It's your decision, not theirs. Doesn't matter what they say. Who cares what they think? Are they paying your bills? Are they ruining your life? Are they the ones going to spend time in jail when you get busted for having drugs on you? Or you're driving a DUI? You're the ones going to pay the fines? They ain't paying nothing. They ain't doing nothing. They're going home and doing whatever they do. And they don't, if they get caught, that's on them. But it's amazing. I have a cousin. I'm not going to say his name, but he never got caught to nothing. But he got away with so much, man. But he always was like, I'm the bad guy. I'm like, dude, you just never got caught. But he would always try to bring you, you come on, man, hang out. No. You know what? People don't tell me what to do. I do what's right. I only answer to one person. Me, well, two persons. Me and God.
That's right.
And I have that, you call it your conscience, whatever. I have that little voice that tells you the right thing. You know what's right. You know what's wrong. It's called your conscience. It's in you. Everybody's got that. So, when you want to say, okay, I'm not going to do that. You're not going to listen. Then guess what? Get what you deserve. If you do what the right thing is, no problems. So I'm doing good, and that's what I'm saying. That's what I've been trying to. And I still sometimes, I say I smoke cigarettes, and I want to quit, but I keep saying I
can help
battling.
you quit.
I've been working on. I got channings. I got everything. I've been trying.
They always say that when you make a mistake once, it's a mistake, but when you do it twice, it's a choice.
Right. That's true. That's true. Right. And especially when you know where it leads. If you know where it leads and it's not good, why would you do it?
That's right. Selfish.
Yeah, it's very selfish. And there's a lot of that going on too. But I'm not selfish. I'm not. I can't change the world. I can help the world. I help as much as I can to people. But if you came to me starving, I'll feed you. You know what I mean?
Right.
You came to me cold, I'll give you my jacket. Stuff like that.
Yes.
But I'm not going to give you my world. I'm not going to pay everything for you. And I had family come and try to stay with me, and they wanted everything, and they didn't want to pay me, help out, and I can't do that. You're coming here, you're eating my food, you're using my electric, whatever you're doing, but you don't want to give me a couple $1 a week. You can't be a productive person to pay. That's why you teach your kids to pay bills. That's how you teach them. You're not gonna come to me and sponge off me, and then I find 25 empty bags of heroin in the room where you were at.
Not good.
It's not gonna happen. So
That's
so
good.
you got to weigh what you're doing. But you help people, yes, but you got to be careful not to be an enabler and
don't let them abuse you. Do not allow abuse.
Right, don't allow abuse you in both ways. In the addict abuse you, and the person that says your friend, and they're trying to drag you down into their misery. You don't want to do that. And it's all I can say is it's up to you to change, man. It starts at home. So
and it does start at home.
Yeah, it does start at home. So you know that. You know what's going on.
Gino, any luck with that song or no?
Hello.
No, I didn't.
Well, you want to do another song? You could do have a number one. That's called Still
Yeah,
Kicking.
whatever you want.
That's the curse word, but it's a good song.
It's an ass.
This is kicking ass. Still
Yeah,
kicking ass.
that's not a curse. Play it.
But it's a good tune.
Good one for ass book.
It's got some meaning
Yeah.
to it.
Look at my book.
Yeah, you're not here. It's an ass. Okay. All right, I got that. Thank you. I
Oh
gotta
my
say one
gosh,
thing.
I
That's
love that music.
music. Vocals by Mickey Lee. DCO on the musical instruments and the production of it. It's copywritten 2004. DCO and Doug Oliver Productions. Thank you.
That's really
I
cool.
had to say that.
That's really cool.
Was
So-
that Paul?
No, that was Doug Oliver, my buddy Doug.
So I have a couple questions. Let's talk about WMMR and you being involved with it.
Well, I started doing the funny voices, and I did a bunch of stuff, and I would go in. I used to go in. I have my own business for the longest time, and I had my own schedule. So I'd go 5:30 in the morning. I was younger too. I used to get up at 4:30 every day.
You were young?
I was young at one time, and I would go in there. I'd get them Dunkin' Donut coffee and donuts, and I'd be out there at the door waiting for them to come in. That at the door, and they'd be like, "Well, come on up." And that's one way that I started. That's one of the things that I did. And actually, Paul Nelson tried to get in with them. Why couldn't you talk about me and my? And he's like, "Do you at the door at 4:30 in the morning with coffee and donuts?" I don't think so. He goes, "You to come to every event?" I don't think so. Because I used to go to every event. I used to do a lot because once I became friends with them and I started hanging out backstage, I met a lot of people. Like I was hanging out with Pierre Robert. He's a really cool guy. We were good friends. Raz was on there then. He's on STU now. He's country music, which I don't really like, but I love Raz. Raz is great. And a lot of guys, Frank Lario. I mean, there was so many guys. Nick Makowitz. He's still on there on the morning show with Preston and Steve. Nick McAway. His name is Nick McAway. We go way back. And the one guy, he used to do the productions there. His name, I forgot his name, but he's now with another station because Beasley owns them all now. So
Okay.
So they're all over the place. They mixed them all up. So they're not in Mar anymore, but they're other places. And I just started going backstage and hanging out with them and talking to them. And I guess they just like me because I'm a real guy. You know what I mean? And I don't go for that whole fame thing. Like a lot of Steppenwolf and some of the bands I hung with, they're like, a lot of people are like, oh my God, they were trying to, it's so Grady Reachy, so grabby, they don't like that. They don't really like that. I mean, they need to deal with that because that's what fans do. You need fans, but they don't want to be mauled. And I was just like, whatever, dudes. Like when I first met Steppenwolf down in Daytona, I had used the bathroom, and that's how I met him because I was using the bathroom and I came out and I was backstage.
Everything starts.
And Ron, the drummer, says, "Where's the bathroom?" I was like, "Right there," because I guess he had to go. So he comes out and we're talking and all. I mean, my sister's with me. We're hanging out. We're talking, and he's like, "I was like, all right, nice meeting you guys." I met the band. I was like, "Nice meeting you guys. We got to go." And he goes, "Where are you going?" I said, "Well, we're going out to party, hang out. It's Bike Week, Daytona." And he's like, "Oh, why don't you guys come hang out with us?" We're like, "All right." So we went down to the Adams Mark Hotel.
That's so cool.
And they had a buffet there, and it was like $92 was the bill. I was like, "I got that." They were like, "What? What do you mean you got that?" They said never in their careers has somebody else paid the bill. It's always them. They always pay the bill because it's if they got the money.
Right.
I was like, "It's $92, dude. I got it." And that we were friends ever since then.
See, that's great.
Yeah. And the same thing with Warren. Right when I met them, he was like, kind of gave me a hard time, and I was like, "Whatever, dude." And I walked away from him. And then he see me upstairs, and he's like, "Oh, I apologize, dude. I didn't mean to take your head off." I was like, "Dude, it's cool. It's cool." And he's like, I said, "I didn't know who you were. I didn't know war. I never saw you before, so I didn't know who you were in war. I didn't know who you were. So I'm sorry too. I apologize." And he's like, "Well," I said, "Well, I love your music. I'm gonna dancing." I had backstage, so I was in the pit area. So I'm dancing. And he goes, "Mickey," I said, "What?" He says, "Come up." I was like, "On stage?" He's like, "Yeah." So I was like, "Take a little trip." I was like, it was great. Lights hit me, people everywhere. It was awesome, man. And ever since then, that's like I felt like I could fly. I felt so elated, and ever since then I just want to do it. I just want to do big shows.
We still do that song.
We still do it. Yes, we do. We do that one. And I seen him not too long ago at the down the riverfront place in Camden, and he was like, he came and I goes, "Yo, hey Ron, how you doing?" Lonnie. I said, "Hey, Lonnie, how you doing? You remember me?" He goes, "I don't remember you, Mickey." He goes, "But do you remember me?"
That's great.
I was like, "Yes, I do." And he goes, "All right." And all the security and the cops were like pushing me back. Then as soon as he said that, he's like, they're all backed away from me.
That's great.
It was it's just the respect you get is awesome,
That's right.
So, and I just love the whole scene, man. It's great. And anyway, getting back to the radio station, I called in. They called me MMR Stalker because I would bust their chops. I would call in constantly. And they just could not get rid of me. And I would go on. I did Steppenwolf on the air. And I got a lot of calls. People said I wasn't good. People said I was good. A lot of different stuff. And I did all kinds of stuff. They just loved it. They just loved me because I didn't care. And they Barsky said one time, he goes, "You're like the Energizer Bunny. You like, or the Terminator.
Yeah.
You turn into a puddle of, people just bring you down to like a puddle of mud or water, and all of a sudden you just rise up and you're back and you don't care." I was like, why do I care? And I have people call me saying all kinds of messed up stuff. I was like, it's a show, man. It's supposed to be funny. It's an act. We're doing a bit. We're doing a bit. It's not real.
Entertainment.
It's entertainment, right? We're doing a bit. I'm not, I don't really speak like that. I'm not really doing that. I mean, it's a bit. So people don't get it. It's weird. But then Danny Bonaducci.
Oh yeah, yes.
He's great. I love him. He's a really cool guy.
I want to meet him.
Well, he moved to Washington now. He's I got his number, but I can get touch with him another time. But he was at his party. He's on the air, and he goes, "Come to my house and see me. Knock on my door at the Ben Franklin house." And I put carpet in there, so I knew exactly where it was. So I go in there, and I'm like, "Can you call for Danny Bonaducci because I don't have his number because he just moved in?" And the guy says, "Oh, you know what? His phone's not even hooked up yet. Just go up there, 208."
That's great.
I went up there, knocked on it. I said, like that. He goes, so he's door, and I was like, "Danny Bonaducci." He's like, "Who the hell are you?" I was like, "Mickey Lee." So next day, of course, he had me on the air, and it was great, man. And then he just like, same thing. He loved like my song says, I got some, gumption. I'm not afraid to do stuff. I have fun, and people love that about me. And I just, can I say it? I have balls.
That you can say.
I got big balls. So I don't care. I do it. I do whatever I want. If I think it's fun, if it's funny, and most people, sometimes I wish I would have went more because I would come out of character sometimes, and they didn't tell me don't come out of character because people will love that. But I felt a little strange doing it because sometimes I just felt like I was being stupid. But people love stupid.
That's right.
Be stupid, make all kinds of money. It's great.
When we do carpet, sometimes you're a little annoying.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate
That's why we work. I put him on the second floor, and I work
That's
on
great.
the first floor.
So anyway, that's just how that came about. And I just became friends with him. Then I would go see him on private settings and stuff. We'd be backstage, and I hung out a lot of times. And I actually put carpet in Minerva for Pierre, the van. I actually put carpet in that for him, which was cool. He had me on the air, and I just been to a lot of events. We just became friends, and now I don't go on the air like I used to. I don't really have time for that, and plus, different world today, so you got to watch what you do and say.
Everything
you can't do the voices no more. Yeah.
I hate it.
Yeah, everything's so politically correct. It drives me nuts.
I hate it.
But I'm still friends with them. They still like me, and I still got the connections in radio, which I want to work on with some of the things I'm doing. Hopefully, that's gonna pan out. But like there's so much going on. We only have 3 more gigs booked right now, as of right now. With the back surgery, I don't know what I'm gonna go with for now.
We're gonna talk about that because we're coming to the close of the show, everybody. And I want to say thank you to both of my guests, first of all. So
no problem. You're welcome.
This is a cool drummer here, baby. A cool drummer.
Bruce the Juice.
Yep. So this is what I want to say, and then I'm gonna have them close the show with whatever it is they want to tell you guys and what's happening in your life and what you're going to be doing, okay? But I want to say this. This was so much more than I anticipated with this show tonight. I really thought we were only going to be talking about music and WMMR and all this cool stuff he's done, but you're an incredibly inspirational person.
Oh, thank you.
And you know what? God is good.
God is great.
Because you're here, I'm here, and God is using us to help other people.
Absolutely. The reason why I'm here.
That's
you know what? Music and all that stuff and all that fun, that's not everything in life. There's so much more in life, and that's all I'm trying to talk about. There's so much more in life. But there's so many things you can do if you make the time for it. You got so much time. You can do so many things that you want to, but you have to want it. You have to want to do it. Anything in life you got to want. You want to get clean, you want to be straight, you want to do well, you want to you want to make a couple dollars. That's fine, but don't. A lot of people they get that money and they go like they're better than everybody. Don't be like that. Don't be like that. If you're doing very well, I can't stress enough. I wish I could help people more. I help when I can, but if I was a millionaire, if I was really rich, I would help people a lot. I mean, children's start. To me, I've got a big thing about children's health care. That St. Jude's, all these places. God, I wish I had more money. I wish I could just give them all everything.
I always say to God, how come I'm not the one hitting the lottery, the biggest lottery ever? Because it would all be given away.
I'll give it away.
No, it would ruin you.
No, I would give it. No, it would not ruin me. I would give it away to everybody and everyone that needs it. And but I want to say something. Steve Jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Have you guys ever Googled his last words?
No,
You need to do it. Okay. It's unbelievable. Okay. There's a few different versions out there. They have a video and all that. There's a video, try and find that one, where he's actually walking, holding onto the pole in the hospital in his hospital gown, and someone is helping him, walking with him, another gentleman. And he was an atheist, right? Mm-hmm. And don't quote me, but this is the gist of what he was saying. He basically referenced God. He also said, for being a man of such wealth and power, he couldn't save himself.
Right.
He said, what is the most expensive bed in the world? The deathbed, the hospital bed.
Absolutely.
He said he's here laying, listening to the beeper, the sounds of the buzzers, keeping him alive with these machines, seeing the lights flashing, and he can't do anything with all his money and power. And he said the only thing that's on his mind are the people that he loved.
Absolutely.
So with that, I'm going to let you guys now say whatever it is you would like to say out there to the audience and tell them what's happening and what's coming up, or whatever it is you would like to share. Let's start with Cousin Brucey.
Well, whatever happens with this band, which you never know, we're gonna, me and him, Mick, are probably gonna, well, we're already kind of like semi-business partners.
Okay.
So I'm sure we're gonna be friends, because even when he was annoying me, I was still his friend.
I love it.
Yeah, he put up with me, and he was a good guy.
But
He never
we're
judged me.
probably gonna keep on doing music, and maybe we'll get in my studio and then get back to a little writing or something.
Cool.
And in the meantime, if something happens with Johnny and Gary, we're going to get a couple other people over
Okay.
in the shed.
Okay.
You know, another guitar player, bass
Cool.
player. I'll be stuck on the drums again, but that's okay. And I'm probably just going to keep this thing alive.
Okay. That's a cool name too, In the Shed.
In the shed, yeah. Oh, you know, we're gonna have alternates because you never know.
woodshed.
We do want to keep it going no matter what happens. So you never know what's
You
gonna
know
happen.
what
So
happens when they
we wanna
take
have
you to the
alternates.
woodshed.
But we do deal with a lot of musicians. We got a lot of different things going on.
We're in for it.
What's something I'm gonna say? I forgot because he thinking we're.
Look into the camera.
Well-
Tell everyone what it is you want to close the show with.
Well, we're playing at Gleason's over in Levittown on Mill Creek Road on the 28th of this month. It's a Friday night. Come on out. It's gonna be a great show. Good crowd, good atmosphere, great people. And then we'll be back in this area on the 27th of October for the Nottingham Tavern right down the road, and that's gonna be a semi-Halloween party. You know, we may make a costume party. We don't know yet, but check us out on. You never know, the way it's spelled with Jerry's thing here, the UNEV, NEV. You know, the right. You never knew. Yeah, you do it. Look that up on Facebook. Like the page, and you will get all the information firsthand. Okay, I'm not. I don't have money to sponsor myself, so you got to like me to get on there. And I just hope you guys come see us, enjoy the show, and just everything I talked about and some of my music. I hope it inspired you, and I hope I inspired you. And just make it a better world. Love you guys. Take care.
All right. Amen. 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 Thank you, everybody.